Yeah, that country that they are calling Malaysia. Never again in my life.
So it's funny he mentioned Malaysia, because as he was talking, I was like, that sounds really familiar to me. In 2019, my friend and I went to Malaysia. At that time, we were both living and working in Japan, and we decided, let's just go to Malaysia, for a short trip. So we went there for about 4 days, and we had a really, really wonderful time. We landed, we went through immigration. It's one of those countries where you don't need a visa as a Jamaican. You can just travel on your passport. So we had a wonderful time in Malaysia. When we were leaving was when things got messy. So we checked in for our flight, no problem. Going now through security, the immigration officer asked me why we were there. So I said, oh, we came on vacation. Cool. Then he said, where are you going? I said, Japan. He said, why are you going to Japan? I said, I live there. So then he started, so what are you doing in Japan? Now, in my mind and knowing my rights as a traveler, when I am entering the country, you can ask me these questions. When I'm leaving the country, why are you asking me what I'm doing in another country? That's for their immigration to ask me. That's not for you to ask me. So I was just like, tell me why this man pulled my friend and me out of the line, took our passports, and I kid you not, we waited for about 30 minutes. They had both our passports. Mind you, we were not entering, we were leaving the country. And they had both our passports for about 30 minutes. They had them in there. I'd have no idea what for. All this time, everybody boarding the plane. Finally, they came back and they handed us both our passports, and we went on the plane. When the plane, we were almost the last people to go on the plane now. And we're ready. Now we're exhausted. We sit down. Tell me why the flight, they announced our seat number, call our name and seat number, asked us to put up our hand, and then the flight attendant came down to where we were sitting, asked to see both of our passports, and took the passport, look at them, and handed them back to us before the flight leave. Again, we were leaving the country. This did not happen. When we landed, everything was fine. We never have no problem. It was an awesome vacation. We never have no interaction, no altercation, no mix up, nothing with anybody. We had a wonderful time. But when we were leaving, this was our experience with immigration when we were leaving. And as I hear this young man tell his story, I am really wondering now, what was all of that for? What was all of that for, and why were we singled out on the entire flight? Something fishy.